Łudzinika.
Very smart player. He's a champion. He's done it before in rough spots like this. He doesn't necessarily get nervous. This guy is an unbelievable player, but Soulkey is really challenging him here. And they're one game away both from moving to the next round. I can't really give it to either one of these guys. They both played so well in either of the games. You know, Classic, fantastic holding that first one. Soulkey, great build in game number 2. Let's jump into game number 3 on Arena right now and see how it goes down. Game number 3 between these two guys, Classic and Soulkey. Up in the top left, the Zerg player. It is Soulkey.
And his opponent to the bottom left in blue. It is Classic. Often called a Tassadar by his Korean fans with a pun on his name. And really struggling in this matchup, looking to basically seem to have no answer for the lurkers in not only this match, but also the match versus Dark. Yeah,
the 3 matches versus Dark.
Yeah.
He's really, out of all the Protosses we do have out here in Korea, he is struggling a lot. It's becoming very apparent against that one unit. I mean, the maps specifically where he's had the most trouble definitely do not help him in terms of position of the 4th base, but I don't know. We're going to have to see him try something different. This map is definitely going to change things up in terms of the way these guys play, I would assume.
Yeah. Well, there's a few different ways to play both these races on this map. What we saw from Patience in the previous series on Arena was doing an all-in basically with Disruptors, +2 Blink Stalkers, very HOTS-esque. It's like instead of 1 Colossus with the push, he has 1 Disruptor. But we've also seen Oracle plays be very effective on this map because of the short distance by air. Zerg players can use lurkers to great success on this map, like insanely powerful on this map. They can actually get them across and get them sieged up because of all the choke points the Protoss units have to funnel through. I think the best way to deal with lurkers is Tempest. Storm obviously is what buys you time to get the Tempest, but you need a 4th base. And if you don't have one, because you are denied by lurkers, you kind of get stuck in purgatory for a while, then you die. There's no in-between. You don't just go, well, I held off his lurkers for 5 minutes and now I have enough to kill him. You need the answer, and the more lurkers he gets, the more difficult it becomes to break. You can't just make flying units, like you can't do Void Rays. Hydras kill that, you can't just out-size storm because he split all of his lurkers. They're in an arc around your storms.
And as you say, the most ideal composition is Tempest. You get the Oracle to spot him and get some observers over there with speed, ideally, and just siege them from further away. There's siege units you can siege too from the air, and you can eventually push them back and not allow them to stick around anymore and force the Zerg into, a Corruptor mix. He has to get something to deal with the Tempest now, and it can get pretty messy from there. Generally, we see that as the games get longer and longer. We don't have too many super long games in Legacy of the Void.
Yeah, very small sample size, but the ones that we do see, the small amount of them end up being this way. Now, I don't know if Classic wanted to go Phoenixes initially or not, but he is going to choose to go that route after Soulkey scouts his Stargate with the Overlord and camps it. And meanwhile, we do see a few Zerglings pressuring to make sure he doesn't have a super fast 3rd base while his 3rd is getting saturated. A very slow-paced, even early game for these two pros here in our 3rd game in Arena. There's the Robo, though. The question is, what will it be for?
Yeah, we could see a Warp Prism play into the main if you want to try to put some damage on like that. Warp Prism going to be good throughout the game, especially on a map like this. We are seeing Soulkey make a pretty ridiculous amount of queens. He's going to have a total of 7 when this one does complete. Just relying on that and 6 lings to stay safe. I mean, there's essentially only 2 paths where you have to spread the creep. You can get it very thick if you have a lot of extra queens, but I'd have to think those are mainly for defense here against any adept play early on, because the rush distance is so small, as we say all the time on this map. And he's actually going to go for a fight like this with just adepts and phoenixes.
And it's going to be tough to break it, though, because of the queens, like you said, you're spot on. The adepts coming in here into the main base, though, and going to push these drones out. A sport crawler appears, going to help defend against phoenixes. He actually cancels the shade because he knows that he's probably not getting out of here. He's going to lose these adepts. He's going to try to target down drones, maybe escape here. Meanwhile, we have the Bay on the way, so we could see a very similar attack to what Patience did. Wow, even killing a queen with phoenixes when there's 6 queens out.
And he doesn't warp back there. He's actually doing a lot of damage to drones and lings that are going into attack. Looks like he may warp this time around. Well, still trading pretty well with the lings, actually. Gonna choose not to warp, in fact, and just trade him out.
Yeah. And Immortals, Bay, Phoenixes. You know, the only thing that's missing from the Patience game is a Forge and a Twilight Council to get the Blink. But looks like he's getting the Disruptors a little bit faster, using these.
Yeah, and Patience didn't really have Phoenixes in the mix. He used the Mothership Core to defend against the Mutas that came a little bit later on. Classic is really just trying to, I suppose, keep that harass style that he had in the other game. Use this high number of Phoenixes, make sure that no Mutas can come out as well. Patience even said, like, this is the normal counter to Mutas. And this is what we see out of Classic.
All right, big Ravager push, though, perhaps going to hit this third base while he's committing so much to harassment. If you look at the army supply, yeah, Soulkey's lost a ton of drones. He's down almost 20 Harvesters, but he's doubling the army supply right now. Corrosive Bile not even necessary yet.
Oh, the Disruptor shot, though. 3 Ravagers in that one shot, and that is hugely going to help out in the defense.
All right, here we go. Some good force fields here, but he needs a follow-up. Doesn't have any Disruptor shots available.
Needs another Disruptor shot for sure. I think another Disruptor just popped out. Here we go. It's going to try to make its way down and hit the Queens. Hit a couple of them there, lifting actually the Ravagers. Nice transfuses to keep them alive, though.
He needs another Purification Nova. One is ready. He needs to send it out there. So meanwhile, just multiplying, or multiply picking up these Queens with his Phoenixes. There's the Purification Nova, and now all these Queens are very, very low.
And they have no more energy left, really. The Disruptors are going to live. All of these Queens are going to die, and the entire attack is thwarted.
Oh, look at that, using the Disruptor to finish it off. Will he save the Disruptor? We'll never know, because it's not clicked on.
I can see it lives.
Okay,
with just a tiny bit of health there. And either way, it doesn't really matter. This attack has failed. And Soulkey is not going to be able to break Classic's defenses here. He's got 37 drones back at home.
Yeah, he's now, the attack needed to do way more damage. I think hitting maybe the third base from a different angle would have been the better way, but those force fields locked everything in place. He got the second Disruptor out. His 30 supply down. His army is smaller. He's got no economy.
No defense here, no spores.
I mean, this is...
No Queens.
He might just GG here.
2 Queens.
Yeah, he's got nothing.
Yeah, man, this game is over. That was a really interesting idea out of Soulkey. Make a bunch of Queens, do a nice Ravager timing. But Classic was more than ready. I love the follow-up, the Disruptors right on time there after the Phoenixes were made.
GG! Classic will advance. A lot of people saying Soulkey was going to take this one. Classic having some trouble in the matchup. He didn't get the 2-0 he wanted, but he got that 2-1, and he will move on. Soulkey is out.
Yeah, unfortunate for Soulkey. He played some very interesting games. I like his play on game 2 the most. Pretty standard, just getting a bunch of lurkers out. But either way, Classic is the winner of the best of 3, and we are going to seat him down next to Hyungyung and have him for an interview.
스타리그 2016 시즌 1 패자조 2라운드 마지막 승자 김도우 선수 만나보겠습니다. 축하드립니다.
네, 감사합니다.
Congratulations.
오늘 힘들게 이기셨어요. 승리 소감 어떠신가요?
사실 이 세트가 이제 제가 초반에 유리해서 당연히 2대0으로 이길 줄 알았는데 유리한 걸 져가지고 3세트는 맵도 안 좋고 또 유리한 거 지는 바람에 자신감도 좀 떨어져서 힘들겠다
I don't like the
싶었는데
third map
그래도
arena.
상대방 체제를 잘 파악해서
It
이렇게
was a
이긴 것
tough
같아요.
third map.
2세트 정말 김도우 선수가 초반부터 꾸준히 유리했어요. 견제도 너무 잘하고 있었고
I knew what
경력도
strategy to use early on.
굉장히 질적으로
Yeah, I knew
높은
what my-
병력을
or I knew
가지고
what my opponents
있었는데
would do early on, and I
유리할
was
때마다
able to
김도우
block him.
선수가 주춤주춤하는 그런 버릇들일까요? 습관일까요?
네,
왜
제가
이렇게 유리한 부분을 끝까지 가지고 가지 못할까요?
제가 가시지옥을 너무 좀 무서워하는 것 같아요. 좀 가시지옥에 많이 져서
The lurkers
세
are
보이는
really
거예요.
scared. I
그래서
think it's actually a problem for me. I
제대로
get really
싸웠으면
nervous
이겼을 것
when I
같은데
face
좀
them.
주춤주춤해서 져가지고 또 얼른 가시지옥을 네, 좀 안 무서워해야 될 것 같아요.
When I fight
박명호
confidently, I can take some of the
선수와의 지난
fights, but I think sometimes
경기에서
I'm just
김도우
much too scared of
선수가
them.
조금은 무기력하게 패배를 했는데 그 이후에 저그전을 연습하면서는 어떤 점들을 좀 보완해야겠다고 생각하셨나요?
그때 제가 너무 허무하게
prepare for
지는
PBC
바람에 좀 기대해주신
I lost
팬분들한테도
too easily to Zergs
죄송해서
recently.
다음 저그전은 좀
Sorry to my
달라진
fans.
모습을 보여드려야겠다라고 생각을 하고 연습을 많이 했어요.
I wanted to show that I could play well against the
좀
Zergs, so I
넣고
practiced hard.
가시지옥 같때 유리한 걸 지는 바람에 더 연습해와야 될 것 같아요.
많은 팬분들이 좀 궁금해하시는 게
So
조합의
I've shown
문제.
some flaws,
한기 전에
so
도모했을
I have to
때,
practice
돌입했을
harder in
때
the future.
가시종 라인을 원래는 불사조와 불멸자, 돌진 광주에서 뚫어냈잖아요.
네.
그게 잘 되다가 최근에 막히는 이유가 뭘까요, 토스들이?
제가 그래도 연습 때는 이제 방금
So Frost players are having
2세트
problems with
같은
Zerg, how
상황은
they
이제
block them,
많이
doing
뚫고
those kind of
이기거든요.
builds.
근데 방송에서 가시지옥이 되게 압박이 심한 것 같아요. 좀 안 보이기도 하고 되게 세 보여가지고 좀 주춤주춤하게 돼서 지는 것 같아요. 좀 컨트롤을 더 연습해야 될 것 같아요.
분열기를 병력
But when
200병력에
I play a
포함하는
tournament,
거는
sometimes I
약간
get nervous
이스탈까요?
that I
불가능한
can't
일입니까?
actually execute the
네,
attacks I want to. The
컨트롤하기도
lurkers
너무
are scary.
어렵고 또 이제 중후반에 좀 쓸모가 없어져서 방금같이 이렇게 상대방 올인 막을 때만 좋은 것 같아요.
어윤수 선수가 연습을 많이 도와주셨을 것 같아요. 오늘 경기도 같이
So,
있었고, 근데 어윤수 선수는
you're saying that
안타깝게
Disruptor could be
떨어졌지만
hard to
이제
micro?
다음 경기는 조지현 선수와의 푸푸전이에요. 어떻게 준비하실 건가요?
제가 아직
He doesn't usually
방송에서
use the disruptor
푸푸전을
so
한 번도
often.
안
He used it
했어요.
to defend the all-ins
그래서
in game 3, basically, is what he's
푸푸전
saying.
실력을 잘 모르실 텐데 이제
I didn't hear the
보여드리기에
question for
좋은
this one,
기회라고
but
생각을 하고 이제 지금 패자조를 진행하고 있기 때문에 한 번 지면
it's
떨어지기
basically
때문에
saying
더 열심히
this is his
준비해서
chance, his moment
계속해서 이기는
to
모습 보여드리도록
prove himself in
하겠습니다.
Legacy of the Void.
네, 여러분
Pretty's
김도훈
good.
선수에게
Wants
큰
to
박수
get through the loser
부탁드립니다.
bracket.
네,
And he's gonna
지금까지
show good
패자조
performances in the
2라운드
rest of the
마지막
games
승자
in
김도훈
this
선수까지
tournament.
만나봤고요. 스타리그 2016 시즌 1.
And that'll do it for that interview.
Yeah. So, Classic pretty happy with his performance. Says he needs to work on his play against lurkers. I think everybody has learned that by now. Definitely had some trouble in that second set for sure.
Yeah, now it looks like we're going to have Beyond versus Alive and Patience versus Classic in the next round. So that's
Couple mirror
pretty sick.
matchups.
Yeah. So yeah, that's exactly right. So a TVT and a TVP, and no matter what, the next round will be a PVT.
Yeah.
So we're starting to actually get towards the end of this tournament. We already have our winners bracket decided, and losers is getting very close to the end. Now the format for the losers goes towards the best of 5 to the best of 7s in the finals, and then our finals of the top 4 players will actually be like a GSL Codes group. It's going to be a group of 4.
That's going to be sick, man. I can't wait for that. That's
It's gonna
so
be
hype.
It's going to be best of either 5s or 7s. I can't remember. One a day, so it's like a group over 5 days.
That is awesome. That's just, I'm so happy I'm going to be casting that. That's really cool. The games today were pretty good, Wolf.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed. They weren't like amazing, but they were like really solid, you know?
Some surprising results, I feel, overall, and Beyond making it through, I think, was the highlight of most Korean fans this evening for sure.
And probably a lot of foreign fans. Even the guys we had down there were saying, you know, Terran's the best, go Beyond, and he made it through.
Yeah, he did. So really, really cool games overall. And we're really getting towards the end of this tournament. Spread the word about this tournament, guys. It's viewable on 2 platforms, Ding It and YouTube. And we'd love to have you guys.
Yeah, definitely go do that. And that's going to be it for us, guys. Thanks for watching. Good night.
Sometimes I can't help but say I'm falling in love and it's scaring me. myself.
지금까지 만났던 형들보다 더 못하는 것 같아요. 당연히 가장 약한 선수죠. 3대0으로 이기는 게 그냥 손쉬울 것 같아요. 강민호 선수가 솔직히 양심이 없으신 것 같아요. 지금도 전승 중이잖아요. 그래서 한번 헤이트를 내야 되겠죠. 이번에도 4강에서 떨어지실 겁니다. 승자전이 될 수는 제가 올라가겠죠.